go do something in the shop. The idea for today is that I'm going to install a Class 5 hitch on the 3500. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Ton of install videos on it on the internet. It's a torque lift brand. But the challenge that I face is that I already have a Bradford built flatbed on the truck. So there'll probably be a little mock-up and fabrication. I haven't seen anything like this on the internet, or on YouTube for that matter. So I figure, why not make a video? Maybe it'll help somebody else out in the future. But again, not too hard, pretty straightforward, nothing crazy. So we gotta get into the shop. There's the 3500. Gonna put it up on the lift today. It'll make things a ton easier. But what I'll show you here is right here. This is where we're gonna run into an issue, is right here. This hitch right here. The reason I'm switching it out is conventionally I tow up to 18,000 pounds. So this hitch isn't gonna be enough to do the trick. So if I can get a double stacked torque lift Class 5 hitch that's rated to 30,000 pounds, the idea is I can have that set up and then be completely fine, because this right here per the bed is only rated to 12,000 pounds, and I don't really care for how loose that fits. So what we got to do now is get the truck up on the lift. So I'll just time lapse that. Enjoy. Alright, now that we're done with that shit show, we got a couple of different tools to use here to try out this. See if it's any good. Sure it'll be fine, but you know, you never know. Alright, this is where the hitch is. So let's start by unboxing. Alright, so this right here is the main receiver hitch. Pretty stout. 2.5 on the top, 2-inch on the bottom. Obviously you can see 30K rated. But in order for it to be 30K rated, there's a weight distribution hitch that goes into both of these and then gives you that weight distribution. These things are pretty straightforward. As you can see, we have this bracket right here. You got the square receiver over here that meshes up with this over here. Not going to really do much as far as it goes with the down and dirty installation of this, because there's so many videos of it. But what I will do is put the camera under here so you can kind of see what we're doing and how we're doing it. There's going to be some unique challenges as far as how this thing goes, because this right up here, there's normally a bolt for the bed or a nut for the bed, and you go through this area right here. It gets up into that portion, but that's not here because, well, there's no regular bed. But as far as, and I'll kind of illustrate it more when I get to the point of cutting, but you can kind of see right here. So this is where the old receiver comes through. I pointed it out a little bit earlier. This is all going to get cut out for now. As far as where I can tell my measurements are going to be, I believe that it's going to be go right up in here. That's where the top one's going to line up at. So it could work out pretty good where I'm only notching this portion of the bumper out. But I don't know. I might end up taking and actually moving this whole bumper piece up so that it looks a little bit cleaner. I don't know yet. I haven't really figured that out. But yeah. So we'll get on with this installation. Okay, here's where we're at thus far. So I did not film the mock-up process just because getting in under the truck is kind of a pain in the butt. But you can see we got the side hangers on. I'll go a little more in depth when we actually bolt these bad boys down. So when I was saying I had to cut this out, this is what I'm talking about. You can see my paint lines. It's going to have to come in, up, and around in order to fit this setup on there. This is going to be a lot better setup just because this, as you can see, is bolted to the frame, whereas this was just part of the bed, and that's just not really going to work for towing heavy weight conventionally. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut all this out. I'm going to use a cutting wheel and a grinder. We'll see how long that takes. Yeah, so we'll go from there. Let's get this bad boy cut out. So a little bit of an update here. We got this out. The old hitch is out. Ended up having to torch some of it out. Thought I'd be able to cut most of it out, but that didn't work. So with that all out, this is the product that we have. Got it all capped, painted up, waiting for it to dry a little bit, and put another coat on. Under here, you have the side plates all hand tight, and we'll put that bad boy in. So, wouldn't you know it, right as you get down into the nitty-gritty of all the work, your camera goes dead. And I didn't realize it until, well, I'm done now. So that's the bad part of it. You get so wrapped up into work that, you just kind of forget to check other things. But anyways, so hitch is installed. There you have it. We had to notch out the frame here. Well, not the frame, but the step on the flatbed. And yeah, now it's in. Cut it out, ended up having to torch this part around here. Not a big deal. And then I capped these off and then painted it. So you can't really tell, but you can a little bit. But it doesn't look too bad. Let's see the underside. The underside is all taken care of. So there you have it. Bolted to the frame. All these bolts, they were torqued down to 100 foot-pounds. All these bolts 75 foot-pounds. That's per manufacturer's specification. So yeah, got this done. Took a little bit longer than I wanted to, but just kind of the nature of the beast when you end up having to do fabrication like this. So let's see, the other piece, it's sitting right here. This piece right here is what came off of it. So this used to sit above, and as you can see, the hitch was only attached to the bumper. I wasn't really comfortable with doing that. There you go. Before, after. Get that light out of there a little bit. So, yeah. That is now done. Now we can move on to other things. So, a few other things that we're going to do to this truck is it will eventually get airbags of some sort. It's going to get an L tank, probably a couple of side toolboxes. Yeah. Making it my all-out tow rig. Was a Bradford built bed, so if anybody has a Bradford built bed and they want to tow conventionally, torque lift, it's the 30K. Yeah, buddy of mine has this one and seems like he likes it. The other thing we used today was this Harbor Freight Icon torque wrench. It worked great. I mean, it's a torque wrench. There's nothing much really to say about that. Yeah, so other projects that we have going on, or that I have going on. Show you out here. We also have that right there. 2020 Colorado. I have some plans for this one as well. Wheels and tires, a little bit of suspension. This old beast, 2000 F350. Probably just gonna send that one down the road. But that right there, that Walton trailer, you can see is a hook and pintle setup. And you can also see the dog hunting for squirrels. There's a squirrel up there somewhere. Who knows? Maybe she'll get it. There you have it. Torque lift hitch, 30K on a Bradford built bed. Yeah, it's a 2010 3500. So if you're curious, there you go. Anyways, that's all I have for today. So do me a favor, subscribe, like the video, make a comment if you like. Really help me out. Anyways, catch you on the next one.